Yo, he did it again. He did it again. Like, which people? He sounds like me when I'm doing a long form. What's up, guys? Welcome to Let It Be Heard, where we are doers of the word, not hearers only. I'm your host, Jaden Heard, and today we have an epic video of a Canadian politician shutting down an activist journalist. Check it out.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your sort of strategy, currently you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean, certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite frequently.
Like what?
Wait, pause it real quick. Wow. Wait, I know how the rest of the video, but that is hilarious. He's like, "What do you mean by that? Give me an example. Like what? What do you mean by that?" That's so perfect. I do that all the time when I'm evangelizing. Like when people try to make points, I'm like, "What do you mean by that? How do you know that? Right? What's your epistemology? Right? Where are you getting this from?" And it's great. It's awesome. And notice how the journalist, he came there with talking points, with things that he already knew he wanted to say and trap him on, but he has no idea how to back his own question. Like give an example of what you're talking about. He's just spewing things that he's told to say, right? And that's how you know that these people are incompetent, that media, and this is in Canada, I know it's not in the USA, but it's worse here than it is in Canada. But that's how you know that these people, like, media is not real, okay? It's theater, right? It's not actual reporting. It's not actual investigation. It's not actual news. It's what they want, right? Anyway, keep it going. I love how these guys handling it.
Left wing, this and that, right wing, I mean, it's that type of ideological spectrum.
I never really talk about left or right.
Anyways,
I don't really believe in that.
Okay. A lot of people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Like which people would say that?
Well, I'm sure.
Pause it, please. Yo, he did it again. Like, which people? He sounds like me when I'm doing a long form, just stuttering. Go ahead.
Great many Canadians, but
like who?
I don't know who, but
well, you're the one who asked the question, so yeah. You must know somebody.
Okay, I'm sure there's some out there, but anyways, the point of this question is, I mean, why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page of Donald Trump's.
Pause it. He hasn't proven that. He's gotten that from nowhere, out of thin air. Where is he getting that from? He's presupposing all this stuff and then saying, in light of what I just presupposed and just basically put on you, right, or imparted or imputed on you, based on everything I imputed on you, based out of thin air, by the way. Why should people vote for you in light of all what I just said? And then he's asked it again, but he's like, what are you talking about? Keep going. This is great.
But
what are you talking about? What page? Can you give me a page? Give me the page. You keep saying
in terms of turning things quite dramatically in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. I mean, you make quite a it's quite a play that you make on it. So I'm
not sure. I don't know what your question is.
Then forget that. Why should Canadians trust you with their vote?
Common sense. Okay. Common sense for a change. We're going to make common sense common in this country. We don't have any common sense in the current government. The guy prints $600 billion, grows our money supply by 32% in 3 years. That's growing the money 8 times faster than the economy. No wonder we have the worst inflation in 4 decades. I'm going to cap spending, cut waste, so that we can balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates. You'll want to be able to pay your mortgage again? You want to be able to afford rent? Then you have to vote for Pierre Poilievre, because I'm the only one with a common sense plan.
Pause it. Oh, is that it? Is that the video? That was great. Yo, wait. And notice his tone, his body language. He's very comfortable. He's just nonchalant. He's just like, yeah, I mean, I think that people should vote for me because, it just makes sense. I'm not going to spend your money. I'm going to cut costs. And the other guy's not doing that. No other people are doing it. So why don't you just vote for me? Like, it's just great. It's great. It's not just some lame talking points. It's just common sense. He's making common sense common again. That kind of is that's a little slick. That is a page out of Trump's book. You know, the Make America Great Again, make common sense common again. You know, I kind of see what the journalist is talking about now. But I don't even think it's just out of Donald Trump's book. I just think that is common sense. Yeah, it's common sense. Just vote for the guy who's going to get you paid more so that you can have better mortgage. The guy who has common sense policies about economics, who's not going to spend all your money and cause inflation to rise. Right? I mean, it's amazing how this stuff is not just exclusive to the U.S., but it's for the world, right? Common sense does not, it transcends race, it transcends a country. Common sense is common sense, regardless of where you are. And that's why, I need to start looking into Canadian politics more, because I like that. I like that guy. He has my vote. If he was here, man, I would love to see him on a debate stage with all those guys, including Trump. I'd like to see that. That was great. And the journalist, look at his body language, right? His body language is just like, he's uncomfortable, he's stuttering, he's not quite sure, like, he wants to make sure that whatever he's saying that's coming out of his mouth is perfect, right? And he's worried he's going to slip or say the wrong thing, while Pierre, I think that's his name, he's just chill. He's not really worried about what he's about to say because he already knows he's confident in what he's about to say, right? And that's what I like to see in a politician. But that's what I want to see in a journalist. I'd rather see that in a journalist, a comfortable journalist who is confident in their question, who knows exactly what they're going to ask, exactly. They even can pick apart the politician. They already know all the talking points. Let's get past the talking points. Tell me who you are, why we should vote for you, not for your talking points, right? That's a journalist, right? A journalist gets under the skin, right? Can actually get to the they can question the person, right? And I like that. But this journalist right here, man, and that's how most media is on both sides. Again, I'm not trying to be a Republican puppet here. This is how media is on both sides. You know, you have some good ones on the right wing that will, like, you know, I like how they do. What's that lady's name? Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, whatever her name is. She gets pressed a lot by these people. I forgot the other guy from, I don't know his name, but he does a really good job of really honing in, like, okay, you're just saying talking points, right? But what do you mean by that? Like, what is he doing about this? I like journalism like that. And I wish journalism was like that everywhere. But sadly, you know, for some reason, especially in this country, we've stopped caring about honest journalism and free speech and freedom to, I don't know, privacy, you know, freedom to express yourself however you want. And in light of all this stuff, by the way, the issue is happening on our big tech companies as well, which is why we highly recommend expressvpn.com. Have you guys ever wondered how these free-to-access tech giants make all of their money, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google? Well, they do this by tracking your searches, by tracking your video history, and everything you click on. They build a huge profile on you, and then sell off all of your sensitive data, and then they kick you off their platform for just being a Christian. But anyway, when you use the ExpressVPN app on your phone or your computer or your laptop or tablet, you anonymize much of your online presence by hiding your IP address. This makes your activity much more difficult to trace and sell to advertisers. What's more, ExpressVPN encrypts 100% of your network data to protect you from eavesdroppers and cyber criminals. Now, what I like most about it is how easy it is to use. It just takes one click to protect all of your data and your devices. That's why ExpressVPN is rated #1 by Tech Radar. So guys, if you want to go against big tech monopoly, I highly recommend going to expressvpn.com/RSBN. If you click on that link, you get 3 months free of an annual subscription. Again, that is expressvpn.com/RSBN for 3 months free of an annual subscription. Speaking of free speech, by the way, you know, the First Amendment protects the right of, basically, the journalists get pretty much all their rights to do what they do from the First Amendment. But it's funny how they weaponize that First Amendment to go against other people. For example, you have journalists in this country and in Canada canceling people or slandering people blatantly and misquoting people to get their point across, right? This is what journalists do all the time. That's why I keep telling you guys, there's no such thing as true journalism. It's all fake. It's theater, right? you're seeing what they want you to see. It's not true actual journalism. It's activism behind a camera and behind a blog. That's what it is. I'm speaking from experience, by the way. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying I've been around people and I've seen it firsthand. You're only seeing what they want you to see. And this is not just CNN. It's at Fox News. It's everywhere, okay? Look, and you guys probably already know this, but for those of you who may be in the closet, here, I'm opening the door, okay? I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but your favorite news anchor is probably a liar. You know, just like your favorite politician is probably a liar. You know, if they weren't a liar, or you know, if they're a truther like Tucker Carlson, then you see what happens to people like him. You know what I'm saying? They get taken off and they got to start their own independent journalism thing, which is fine. You know, and I support that. That's a great thing, and you have the right to do that in this country. And I think that's going really well for him as well. We're seeing the numbers for Fox News after all that stuff, that crazy stuff that's happening. But anyway, that'll be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I got a good laugh out of it. I need to start looking into Canadian politics, but comment down below what you guys thought about that, and specifically him. Would you guys vote for someone like that who just handles journalism like a ninja that just throws ninja stars at him and just like, what do you mean by that? You know, it's very funny. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your week, and God bless. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and X. And go ahead and hit that follow button and that join button. It'll take you over to our locals channel where you can further support the show and get access to some additional content. God bless.